Got you on loop inside my head. Ooh, that love is all I'm thinking about. Got you on loop inside my head. It's the only thing I care about. La 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 la. La 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 la. All day, all night, I'm beside you, hold me down.
What's going on, everybody? Excited to have you guys with us. Welcome to the Betting News Network. This is your afternoon bet espresso. That's Vsauce. It's PJ Glasser. My name's SPJ. Excited to have you guys with us. And down go the French. Indeed, it was always Spain booking their ticket to the World Cup final. Congratulations to the Spanish team. Boys, PJ, I'll let you go first since you were holding the Spanish ticket. How you doing, big dog?
Oh, fellas, I'm doing fantastic. I was a little worried about how this show was going to go today, depending on how this game was going. Worried maybe we'd have a little live sweat. I have to peek in the corner of my eye what's going on in extra time. But that is why Spain was the pre-tournament favorite right there. You know, that's why they're the European champions. As great as France look, we know sports is all about matchups. And the Spanish is just, it's a bad matchup for France. They take them out of their game. Their defense is so good. The way they pass the ball, you guys, I mean, France is trying to press and Spain just moves it so quick, man. They were excellent today and very pleased to cash that ticket.
That second goal was phenomenal. It's exactly what you said, PJ. The way they moved the ball, it was just absolutely insane, that second goal. And yeah, sorry to Mbappe and the rest of the French, but Spain first one to punch their ticket to the final.
PJ texted us earlier today, chat, when we were talking about the show, saying that it was a relatively hefty situation that he was rocking with for the Spanish to get the job done. So congrats to you. Congratulations to the Spanish team. Hadn't quite had to turn the screws throughout this entire tournament. We haven't seen them really hit fifth gear. Maybe some in the Portugal game when they got the job done there, but this was their first true test. And as you said, they passed it with flying colors and now book a ticket to the final. So we'll see how they perform there. Losing William Saliba, obviously, for France wasn't beneficial. They looked a little out of sorts, and Spain played the way that Spain does. Possession, really just choking them out at the back third of the pitch, and kind of just dominating in all aspects. Never really looked like France got a hold of that game at all.
France's one and only time that they were not leading in this tournament. Trailing in this tournament, and they just never got it back. Insane. Spain looks insane. They only conceded one goal here, right? Or was it two goals? Yeah. The last one. That's it. Clean sheets across the board. It's been absolutely insane.
Insane, indeed. So congratulations to the Spanish to get the job done to face whoever's going to win tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit about the England-Argentina matchup that goes down tomorrow afternoon. BTP and Shags will be live in the morning to break it down on the morning spread to give you their favorite bets. But we'll talk a little bit about what we might like tomorrow as the English and the Argentinians look to book their ticket to take on the Spanish on Sunday. Another afternoon game tomorrow. I hate it so much. What do you think, PJ? You're the only one that I haven't heard his opinion on because I've been complaining about this for like 5 days. Do you have issues with the fact that this game is at 3:00 Eastern in the afternoon? Or are you good with it?
No, I hate it. It's very annoying. But I mean, they're catering to the European audience, as we know. They're making it 3 Eastern time for us so that it's 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern time for them out there in Europe. But it's brutal, man, for these people, right? We all got to work during the day, and we're just trying to watch these two epic matchups. Tomorrow's game. This game today I thought would be really good, but I really like Spain. I like England a lot tomorrow, but every game Argentina plays is just, it's cinema. I mean, with all these, every game is wild. I I've seen a lot of other people like making the comparison, but they do feel like the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs, where they're trying to go back to back. They keep winning games. It just doesn't feel like they're really as good. And the eye test tells you they're not as good as they've kind of been playing and winning all these games. They've been fortunate to win a lot of these games. And now they're going up against one of the best teams in the tournament. So whether it's England tomorrow or certainly Spain in the final, I know we like to play don't get got on this show. I think Argentina's going to get got at some point here over the next 2 games. So I like England tomorrow, but if Argentina wins, I definitely like Spain in the final.
Luckily for you, we're not playing don't get got today, so you're good. You're safe.
I was sitting here watching this game with my cousin too, and both of us felt the exact same way, with not just how Spain's been in the tournament, but then the dominance that they showed in this game with ball control against a team like France, who really moves the ball very well, especially their front line. I do think that whoever comes out, Spain is really looking like, in my opinion, the favorite to win it all. But I'm very interested to see what this game is going to go down like, because I think this is also the first time Messi is going up against England in the World Cup. So I think that's going to be a really interesting matchup. Jude Bellingham's hot as fire, and then Harry Kane feels like he's just incredibly due too. So I think the combination of those two things coming out here against Argentina might be perfect for the English squad.
Similar conversation to what we talked about with the Spanish going into this game against France. This is the first test day for Argentina with this England team coming in. The Swiss was they gave them a good run for their money. Obviously, Cape Verde was a nice story and everything like that, but Argentina ended up getting the job done in all of those situations, but not in dominant fashion. We'll find out in this game if Messi can do once again and then get to play the Spanish. As you mentioned, Bellingham's been awesome.
Yes.
Also, I forgot, dude, I've loved Jude Bellingham's career since he was at Dortmund when he was a teenager. I was looking it up yesterday because, the Hey Jude thing popped up, which was an incredible ad that they did for the Euros for Adidas and like 2 years ago. It was awesome. And obviously it's now become even more awesome by the fact that they play it every single time and to see him celebrating. Do you guys know that Jude Bellingham's 23 years old?
Is he that old? I thought he was just 22. Did he have his birthday reason? I thought he was 22. But yeah,
he's 23 years old.
Wow. I don't know. I didn't think he was old, but that's still quite the shock to me.
I followed him since he was a teenager, and I thought he was 25, 26. I forgot that he's still a really young player. Even in soccer terms, that's still really young. He's got another World Cup or two in his quote unquote prime left in his bag. So
Dude,
I'd be interested. Do you guys have any? Go ahead, B.
Just the bromance with him and Holland too from their days at Dortmund. You saw it even out on the pitch in their last game too, just fucking around with each other. I love that kind of stuff. I think that's one of the things like I haven't seen. And like obviously we love to watch the superstars, and not to say that Holland and Bellingham aren't superstars. They definitely are. But so often soccer becomes about like two guys, and those two guys are usually Messi and Ronaldo. And a lot of these other stars, you don't really get to know their personalities or what they're like off of the pitch. And I think that's been a lot of fun to see. Like Holland is always somebody I know that I can take to score 2+ goals and really realistically have an 80% chance of cashing said bet. But I did not know that he was hilarious, that he was into taxidermy, that he was just all around a great vibes guy too for the team. Like that clip of him where he's not drinking beer, but the team is. And he's like, when I score all the goals, I got nothing to say then. It's just incredible. It's so funny.
This is the best part of the World Cup, because it's, a lot of these guys are global superstars because of their domestic play. And if you follow soccer a little bit closer, but that's why the World Cup is incredible. Every 4 years, there's always, 1 or 2 players that come literally out of nowhere, a la Vizinha, that kind of get your heartstrings, and then their life completely changes. But then the global superstars that were already in existence become even bigger superstars, a la, as you mentioned, Holland, Bellingham, if Messi can be, I think Messi's an even bigger star than he already was. I mean, the conversation has now been sealed that he's the GOAT. So, it's all that. And then on the other side,
Salah too, this tournament has gotten his flowers, well deserved, I would say. Luka Modric, like a lot of the guys that won't be at the next World Cup, I think that's been another sad thing too. But, obviously me not even being a big soccer or football guy, it's incredibly sad to see these guys play in their last games, but it's also amazing to see the amount of fans that they've had, and the amount of love that they've received over the years that they played in FIFA.
Absolutely. Well, so we're going to talk a bit more about the game tomorrow. But as I said, the guys on the morning spread, Shags and BTP, will be breaking it down for you guys in the morning to get you ready for Argentina and England. Shags already has his article out at bettingnews.com if you want to go read his analysis on what he's liking for the game. I haven't looked, but I assume there's going to be maybe an under in there if I know Shackle bets. But we shall. I'll let you guys go peep the scribbles and find out for free. Brought to you by our sponsors today on Online Casino Games. If you want to go play blackjack with Disney and so much more, get involved with the code BNX20 to get $20 of free chips dropped into your account if you want to go play some blackjack. Because it is technically, we are kind of getting to the dog days of summer. I know that we're on the All-Star break for the MLB. The World Cup's dwindling down. There's WNBA every night, but there's not as much action. And if you
I have bone to pick with them, obviously. We'll get there, but I'm just saying one game or two games, I guess, but the one game being so early in the morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on a day where literally everybody would be tuned in if you gave them the opportunity to watch. And it's two games. Flo tweeted something out earlier today, too, about the schedule on Friday and Saturday just being so congested in one singular window. I just don't understand why. Like, why can we not spread these games like we do in the NBA? There's an early window, a middle window, and a late window. And I'm so frustrated. I'm just trying to enjoy some good basketball. But obviously today I didn't have to wake up early, so I slept in a little bit, and I missed the first game. Come on. Come on.
Kathy's been really bad at this for a couple of years. Flo and I have gabbed about this. Even NZ and I talked about this a couple of years ago. So it's not a new thing. You think they're getting a little bit better. The game earlier today, yeah, it seems like it's weird, but it is. They do this every year for
camp day.
It's camp day. It's for kids that are in camps. And so they play a game in front of a large audience of kids. There's adults there and stuff too, but it's for the campers. And they do like 2 or 3 games every season like that. So I think there's another one coming up soon in the morning. I don't know if it's tomorrow or sometime later this week. But they do that consistently throughout the summer.
But
yeah, it's a cool concept, but then put a couple more games at the end of the day so we can sweat out like 2 games at the end of the day.
Yeah, like that's all I'm asking for is more games, not less. And I wouldn't even complain about the time if we had 3 or 4 in the evening here.
Yeah. Well, we do have one game. We are going to talk about that. We'll see what I have a couple plays that I like. I know V maybe has something that he wants to say about the WNBA this evening. There is the All-Star game in the Major League Baseball as the American League takes on the National League. If we will be gabbing about that a bit. I don't know if these guys have any plays or angles that they want to talk about in the All-Star game, but to be honest, betting the All-Star game kind of sucks. The Home Run Derby, which we'll talk about in a second, way more entertaining to bet. But the All-Star game kind of blows. And on that note, on the Home Run Derby, last night, guys, I mean, we got absolute cinema. Congratulations to Jordan Walker for just an incredible performance, putting up the cojones at the end to hit 4 straight ding-dongs to knock off Kyle Schwarber. And, I mean, it was – oh, shit, wrong one. It was really cool to see that, like, this guy is going to make a little over $700,000 this year on his contract. The bonus that he won for winning the competition was over $1 million. So he basically doubled up his contract by those swings, which is why it meant so much to him. And I mean, a lot of people talked about this going into the competition with the new formatting and everything. You brought it up yesterday. We gabbed about it some before the competition. I thought they hit it, pun intended. I think they hit a home run with it, knocked it out of the park.
BJ, I'll let you go first. I feel like maybe you've experienced a little bit more on the other side, because for me it was fantastic, but I think both of them were fine. Like this was a lot more interesting with that last swing and the way he hit 4 straight, but I don't know. I think it's a little bit more meaningful with the one, like a limited amount of swings. But what do you think, PJ?
I was a little skeptical going in because I think they had found something. You know, I liked it when even a couple of years ago when they did the bracket format and it was obviously timed. I thought that was really good. And I wasn't sure how the swings was going to be, the 20, but it had a nice pace to it, which I loved. And guys didn't take as many pitches as I thought maybe they would, which probably was the biggest gripe. What we loved about the timed home run derby was these guys were just swinging. You know, even if it was a bad pitch, they had to swing. They had to try to make it work. You wondered, going back to kind of that old format of it being swings, how would that, well, the old format was out, but going with swings here, them can be selective. Maybe they would take a little bit longer, but I thought the pace was great. And those guys ended up doing a lot better than we all thought. When Contreras started the whole thing with 13 homers and 20 swings, you know, even the broadcast, I'm sure a bunch of us were thinking 13 is going to be really tough to beat. And then the next guy stepped up and he had like 12 or 13 too. And you realize that, okay, like these guys might do a lot better than we thought they would. And then the ending with Jordan Walker, I mean, 6 home runs and 6 straight swings was pretty amazing. So I thought it was a total success. I got to give Rob Manfred credit. He doesn't do a lot of things right, but when it comes to the home run derby and the things that he's tried, it looks like every time he makes an adjustment, it comes at the right time and it does the better for the home run derby. So overall, I think he's a terrible commissioner. But when it comes to the derby, he has definitely figured out a way to change it, evolve it, and make it better without kind of keeping it stale over, a long period of time.
Yeah, just adding to the list of bad commissioners in major sports, right? Like, that's what it is. But yes. I agree with you, PJ. When Wilson Contreras came up there, I was shocked. Like, I took a bet yesterday. It was Wilson Contreras, Murakami, Kyle Schwarber, and there was a fourth guy.
Junior, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, Caminero. They hit 44-plus home runs in that first round. And I thought Caminero would have a good first round, but I did not think Contreras would be carrying that slip the way he was. He literally landed right on 44 for plus 300. And Schwarber and Murakami obviously did nothing. Schwarber made it to that second round. Watching the look on his face as Jordan Walker was smashing his home runs made me so incredibly sad, because I think it was last year or the year before that he finished as a runner-up to Bryce Harper, and it's just like third time didn't happen. And obviously all the Philly fans in the building at Citizens Bank Park, just watching their hearts get ripped out like that, absolutely insane. But I mean, like you said, SPJ, he's making more this year at the home run derby than he is on his contract. The guy deserves it. And honestly, he hasn't even been that hot over the last month after a scorching start to the year. But he came out and just absolutely smashed the ball last night. It was a lot of fun.
What did you guys think? Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. It was awesome. It was great to watch. I liked the new formatting for sure as well. What did you guys think of the Netflix coverage of the entire competition, the way it was filmed, the production value, and everything that they kind of the way that it was covered? Did you guys like that aspect of it?
I didn't hate it as much as I think a majority of people did. I think where they went wrong was they just went a little bit over the top, like the Will Ferrell, Luke Wilson stuff at the beginning, like that really wasn't necessary.
That was lame. Yeah.
And then I think, Vasgersian's terrific as a play-by-play guy, but the color guys like Pence, I thought a little bit was like too over the top, like it felt like he was getting too excited for way too many home runs. Dude hits one 490, 480. Okay, those you can get excited for. But when somebody's pulling one 410 down the line and you're acting like he hit it 600 feet, it's like, let's relax a little bit. So I just felt like it was a little bit too over the top. I think if they didn't do that, like, again, the Luke Wilson, Will Ferrell thing, it wouldn't have been as criticized, but it's just like, that was like, there was no need for that. Will Ferrell is one of the funniest humans on the planet, and he just like wasn't funny then, So, when that's happening, you're doing something wrong. So I really had an issue with that. I thought the broadcast itself, though, with the Derby wasn't bad. Again, I just thought at times like the color guys overdid it. I thought a little too much.
I'm actually in Canada right now, so I didn't even have the Netflix one. I was watching it on Canadian broadcast Sportsnet, so I'm not exactly sure how long it lasted, but about 15 minutes in, I just kind of muted it on a second screen and continued to work. So I have no clue, but that's how it is usually here. We don't get the Netflix sports and doing things like that.
My biggest gripe was, yes, like you said, PJ, it felt like I was watching dodgeball with like ESPN8, the Ocho coverage of, with Will Ferrell at the beginning. It was like, let's see how this works out, Cotton. It's a bold move. Yeah. Like it felt like, and I was like, I cannot listen to this for 2 hours. Please, dear God, let this not be the 2. And thank God they stopped. It was just at the beginning. But like you were passing it off to Buffer, who's like this Hall of Fame, let's get ready to rumble. And he was being all serious. And like Will Ferrell kept like throwing him terrible jokes and it never worked. So that was shitty. And then my biggest gripe with the whole thing, if you're going to put it on Netflix, I don't want to fucking watch commercials. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is the biggest thing in these situations of like, if it's going to be on Netflix and you're not going to just have it on TV, like, why are we watching 7,000 commercials? It was annoying. And even if you have like a premium subscription, they were going to run commercials because it's the home run derby. So it's just the whole like, trying to nickel and dime you.
that they want to start channels again, or that they want to, bring back network like subscriptions to channel packages. Like, sir, that's cable. Amazon Prime's already doing that. To be fair, they're just calling it Stars or HBO, but they're just selling channel packages in addition to the monthly that we pay for Prime. Like we've gone far enough
all the way back to the 90s
that we're back exactly where we started. It's all that's happening. It's just now digitized and all over Wi-Fi instead of cables in our wall.
Yeah, that's how it goes. But at least what we've watched was very entertaining. I thought all the guys put up really good performances. It seemed like, and I mean, there was a bunch of money on the line, so it seemed like that they were all swinging for the fences, again, pun intended. And congratulations once again to Jordan Walker with the backwards hat, a la Ken Griffey Jr., who was there last night too. It was cool to see. I thought it was cool the way Citizens Bank also like really leaned into the fact that they were booing guys.
Yes.
And I love Jordan Walker's comment at the very end. He was just basically like, I just got told that if, you're getting booed, that means that you deserve I can't remember the exact quote, but like, you're doing something right if you're getting booed. Basically, leaned into the villain narrative, and it helped out that he obviously ended up winning the whole.
He had the chains out, hat on backwards, jersey open at the top. You know what I mean? Like
ready, swag.
He was swaggered out. It was
true
sick
aura.
to see. Yeah, like there's no way he wasn't hitting, and you could hear it in the crowd. Because I watched that last moment, and it's just like if he hits 4 straight homers right now, and that's exactly 6 straight, I guess. But my God, once he hit that 8th one, it's like the air left the building. The air left the building at number 8.
First St. Louis Cardinal to ever win the home run derby. And you think of power hitters like McGuire and Pujols. Pujols was there last night too. Him and Bonds. I thought him and Bonds were pretty good, and then they just kind of went away from those guys completely. I don't know if they only had like a 15-minute segment in their contract and then they had nothing else they could pay for, but I thought they were good. But yeah, neither one of those guys ever won the competition. Shows you how hard it is to win it. So again, shout out Walker. Yeah, crazy, right?
Right there. Yeah.
Hey man, it's not just a hat rack, PJ. Come on now.
Good stat right there. I wonder, I don't know off the top of my head, but I wonder how many teams in baseball do not have a home run derby winner.
I do not
If I set the over under at 5.5, what would you guys think?
I think that's.
I'd say over.
I would say over.
Yeah, I'd say over.
It's probably closer. To 10,
I think
probably.
I think producer Beast McNeese in the shadows is looking this up right now. He's finding out the answer.
Yeah.
Can you think of? There's 8. There are 8 teams. Now here we'll do a little trivia.
Okay.
Can we pick the 8?
Ooh. All right. So the Rockies got to be on there.
What? Okay.
I mean, they have had some boppers like Tulo and Todd Helton, but Matt Holliday. I don't think any of them.
Yeah.
If Bonds never won it for the Giants, like who else would have won it for the Giants?
I think Bonds did win it for the Giants, didn't he?
Oh, I thought you said Bonds. I thought that you just said Bonds never won the competition.
No, I was saying that from a Cardinal, like McGuire and Pujols never won. Rockies are on the list. Okay, so Rockies. Also, I love that you called them boppers. That was awesome. Boppers. Rockies. Brewers. Did Prince Fielder win it? Because otherwise, who else from the Brewers?
He did, but he might have won it with Texas. But I think he did win it with Milwaukee.
I think it was with Milwaukee.
I think it was with Brewers.
Prince Fielder, what a pull! What a pull!
What a big boy! Big boy!
Arizona has
Frank
anybody
Thomas
won it
for Arizona? For the D-backs?
I don't feel.
That might be a pull.
Did like Justin Upton maybe do it? But I don't think so. I'm gonna say Arizona. Oh,
Arizona.
God, dude. There we go. God.
Arizona is correct. Is that true, Beast?
I guess so.
No, it's not. No, it's not. He's looking. This is a fun game we weren't expecting to play. But again, there's only the All-Star game and a WNBA game to bet tonight. So this is all we're going to
Let's see. What about the Mets?
1-1. No, didn't Carlos Beltran win it?
Beltran or Delgado, maybe.
Oh, maybe Delgado.
I think Delgado won. Oh,
Luis Gonzalez.
Good call, B-Dot. Yeah.
White Sox had Frank the Tank, so he won. So they're good there.
Mariners had Griffey, obviously. The Orioles had Cal Ripken. Judge won for the Yankees.
Sosa must have won one for the Cubs, right? Didn't Sosa beat McGuire? Wasn't that like an epic battle when they were both roided up that year?
I don't know if Sosa won. I would think so.
Oh, Padres is a good guess, Jeff.
Padres. That is a good guess.
So Padres. So we've got the Padres and the Rockies. Is that correct, Beast? Are those two? All right. So those two are on there. West Coast teams.
What about like
Sleepy.
the Cincinnati Reds? I know they had the big red machine. Like I don't think Votto ever won it. Like Jay Bruce never. Adam Dunn might have won it though.
I think Dunn did win it, but maybe it wasn't for the Reds.
Since he has one, okay.
The Orioles didn't Cal Ripken Jr.
No,
win?
yeah, Ripken won it. That I for sure know.
Griffey obviously won it for the Mariners.
Yep. The Twins would be a good guess, but I remember Morneau won it. I'm pretty sure. That year, Josh Hamilton went nuts at Yankee Stadium. I think Morneau.
He didn't actually end up winning.
He didn't win it. I think.
What about the Rangers? Did anybody from the Rangers win? If Hamilton didn't.
Wait, Hamilton ever won it outside of that one?
I don't think so.
Did.
Yeah, but that was just the one year that he went bananas. Because then he got got for I think steroids and then something else, and he didn't really do anything else after that. The Rangers have one. B-Dot, do you just know this, or are you looking at the list too? This would be some great, crazy.
Or that would be crazy ball.
What about the Marlins? I bet you the Marlins haven't had anybody win.
Marlins.
Oh, Beast is just giving us the list now. You don't want us to keep guessing anymore?
Yeah, that's enough.
He said, let's move on. Braves never. Wow. Guardians, Astros, Brewers.
Phillies have never. Wait, Bryce Harper.
Wow, the Phillies. You would have thought they would have mentioned that at some point during the broadcast yesterday.
Harper's never won. Didn't Harper beat Schwarber?
That was when he was with the Nats.
He was with the Nationals.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. We did pretty well though for kind of pulling this out of nowhere.
That's a hell of a trivia question because that's a tough one, right? You would automatically go to like the shitty teams, but obviously it's just like it's the Derby, so you have
you got to have a guy randomly
right off the bat.
Right.
Well, see, this in like 20 years, it'll be a great trivia question to say what was the St. Louis Cardinal to win and people are gonna be like, oh, it must have been McGuire or Pujols.
Yeah,
Jordan.
It was like LeBron's longest tenured team. That's a good trivia question too, because you would think
the Lakers.
Yeah, it's the Lakers though.
The Lakers.
Wow.
On that note, do you guys see that Braun might be taking his talents to the Warriors? Do we believe the lore that is the possibility of Braun going to play for the Dubs?
I have no idea anymore.
It's been my number one team.
That, Miami and Philadelphia are like up there with Cleveland on his list. He was golfing with Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus last week. Now apparently the Pacers are in the mix. I don't even know if I believe that or not, but I sent you that thing with people talking about his relationship with Tyrese Halliburton, the fact that they're ready to win now, and Halliburton's going to be ready on day one to go after missing all of last year. I have no clue what this is actually, where this is going to go, but there's just so much going on. Apparently the decision's coming before Sunday. He has a big thing or podcast at a Fanatics event on the 16th and 17th. I wouldn't be surprised to see him announce something like that there. He loves that kind of shit, but I just don't know where he's going. I never thought Philadelphia was really in the mix. And now, reports are kind of going the opposite way, because if he does end up in Philly, I don't understand what happens to everybody else on that roster, especially with not to get off of LeBron, but Philon looks fantastic too. He just had another good game for Philadelphia the other day, right? I just don't understand what's happening in Philly.
It's summer league though. Let's not get two good summer league games. He's LeBron
Wilson.
James.
That's my God.
Yeah, the Caleb Williams. Wilson. Sheesh, man. If your name's Caleb in the city of Chicago right now, you're doing all right.
I was going to say, and it's a good thing the Bulls have never had, a good player from North Carolina before. So I saw that tweet today. I thought that was a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If LeBron doesn't go to the Heat or the Warriors, I'll be kind of disappointed. I'll be like, I don't want to watch him play for the Cavs again. I don't want to watch him play for the Sixers. I don't even want to watch. The Pacers, I guess, could be relatively fun, but I don't want to watch him play with the Pacers. I want to watch him play for Miami again with Giannis, or I want to watch him play with Steph. That just sounds fun.
I feel like the Miami trio doesn't work. It doesn't equate to a lot of winning games, especially in the playoffs with this no shooting. That's what our one complaint. LeBron does not bring shooting into the equation whatsoever. I just don't know. I don't know if it would work. Obviously, I have no clue. But
taking his talents to the Spurs, that would be truly insane. I can get down with that too.
Luke Cornett making his plea for LeBron James. He's made a little voice note, and he's like, "You might remember me. You kind of yelled at me earlier this year, but because of the whole Magic City thing." LeBron said he's just like, "What the hell, Luke?" on his podcast, but he's like, "Yeah, come play for the Spurs. We got a good program going on down here. Come on."
He's got Magic City's number blocked. That's for sure. Don't tell PJ this, chat. Get a little too excited here. Come on now. All right now.
LeBron's not coming to the Wizards, unfortunately. As much as I would welcome him, I don't think that's happening. I've thought it's Golden State from the beginning. We've talked about it before, but he'd be an hour plane ride home to LA. For me, the big selling point is obviously playing with Curry, and I'm sure that is super intriguing. But the fact that both of them can win their 5th championship together, I think for me, it's like not something that a lot of people are talking about, but they're both at 4. You tie Kobe with 5. Then maybe you give it another go, tie Mike with 6 or something like that if LeBron really wants to play another year. And just like the tea leaves throughout the offseason, like we kind of all thought they would move on from Steve Kerr. He comes back. Like, was there something going on behind the scenes? I just think all of them really enjoyed playing together in Paris at the Olympics. Kerr coaching, Curry as the sidekick, what those two did together. And, even like before that, LeBron would always talk about when they were on the All-Star team together, how much he enjoyed Steph being a teammate. So I've thought it's Golden State from the beginning. Cleveland got all this steam. The odds reflected that. And then you're like, okay, I guess he's just, finishing where it started. He's going back home. But now you hear these rumblings, and I've always thought Golden State. So it definitely wouldn't surprise me. That was my top choice from the beginning.
The coaching aspect of it too, and I talked to Sook about this. That's another factor that I think people are kind of forgetting a little bit. And you just brought it up there with getting coached by Steve Kerr, who he has worked with in the Olympic team. Kerr has also totally cool with working with these types of superstar players who knows how to kind of navigate those relationships. And in Miami, even though the ending with Spo wasn't fantastic when he ended up leaving Miami the first time, I think there's still a big amount of respect there and a familiarity from working with him previously in his stop. I said, you don't want to go play for Nick Nurse. Like, you don't want to go play for fucking Kenny Atkinson. Like, no way, dude. That sounds terrible as a, one of the best players of all time. That sounds gross. I don't want to do that.
So selfishly, guys, though, like the sicko in me really wants to see him in Minnesota. I just, from a basketball standpoint, I think that'd be so fun.
Crazy, dude.
If truly LeBron liked the legacy, if this is about the legacy, he has a chance to go to just the most haunted sports city in the country, who has the longest drought in Minneapolis, and win a title there. Like, think about it. If LeBron won a title in Minnesota, you could argue that in 1 year, he could be a top 5 Minnesota athlete, like, ever. I mean, truly. Like, because who is their one right now? Is it Kevin Garnett? Is it, like, Randy Moss, Chris Carter?
Like a Kawhi type of run in Toronto.
I mean, like, so if he truly wants to do that, and I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think he wants to live in Minnesota, but there's part of me that like kind of wants that to happen. So
we've talked about this before because I said it before it kind of got to the point where it was kind of got eliminated from contention. I mean, everything's on the table still, but he would legitimately throttle LaMelo. Yeah, like he would straight up give that guy more noogies, like, and I'm probably more aggressive noogies than possible because of just how LaMelo would take a couple one-footed 3-pointers in the game, and LeBron would literally just run to that guy and like throw him to the ground and choke.
Did you see what Chris Finch said? He said we're going to try to work on his shot selection a little bit and make him like a little bit of like a pass first point guard. Like I hate it already. I hope that's not exactly what happens, and I hope that I'm wrong. I don't think Chris Finch is a bad coach, but I do think that if you're going to like LaMelo's one of one, I think. I also get frustrated by his shot selection sometimes, but there's a reason that the Hornets have gotten as good as they did. He was at the center of it. He was the connecting piece, I think, that brought everything really together. He hasn't been healthy for the majority of his early career here. He finally put that together last season. He had one of his best seasons yet. They were a game away from making their first playoff appearance in however many years. I do think, though, him playing alongside and these guys both looking to win right now, and the fact that they have a roster that is still built to compete somewhat. You have great defenders around them. You have guys that can meet you at the rim in a Rudy Gobert. I'm hopeful that they're not going to change his game completely and leave him like a shell of himself. But I also do think that you can't do that to LaMelo. Like, he's not gonna. You can't tell LaMelo not to be LaMelo. He's gonna be LaMelo, right? His dad's probably been trying to do that his whole life. Never worked. LaMelo is who he is.
You can't buy a racehorse and tell it not to run.
Exactly.
I think we can all agree that when this deal went through, this Minnesota team's been fun to watch over the last few years. Obviously, Ant-Man's must-see TV, but now this team is truly must-see TV. And I don't know if it'll be good must-see TV or we're going to find out must-see TV, but it's going to be fun regardless, seeing what's going to go down in Minnesota. And maybe, as you said, PJ, maybe LeBron is going to be playing up there. Although, it would also be kind of cool seeing LeBron in those kick-ass black retro jerseys for the T-Wolves.
Some of the best NBA jerseys. I love those.
No doubt. No doubt. It's kind of gotten swept under the rug. So then we can cap this Braun conversation and move on. V's like, we're talking Braun. I can't keep doing this. Gotta leave. The Nuggies.
He wants to. He wants to talk. Chris Sinak is what he wants to talk.
Yeah, that's sure, 100%. The Nuggets. I mean, the Nuggets have been kind of thrown around. Playing with Jokic and Jamal. That could be, and Aaron Gordon. That could be kind of fun.
To have like arguably the two highest IQ NBA players ever out on the floor together, with just the way that they see the game, how they run offense, the extension of being a coach on the floor would be really fun to watch. Just what they do, how they kind of converse on the court, how they run offense. What is the taking back and turns between LeBron and Jokic, and Murray getting his touches as well? That would be very cool to watch them as teammates together. I don't see it happening, but again, another like just kind of odd one that would be very fun.
Yeah. We'll find out. See what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as the NBA offseason continues to be fun, even when the guys aren't playing. Tonight, PJ, I don't know if you have any bets on this. We'll find out in a second. But it is the All-Star game this evening, so we'll just bring up show you guys the lineups here. Go ahead, Jackson. Flip that. We've got the American League and the NL starters. There you go on the screen there. Kyle Schwarber last night leading off for the National League after his second place performance in the home run derby last night. I didn't even look at lines for this game. I don't like betting the All-Star. I don't like betting any All-Star games, especially not the baseball one. Any thoughts you guys have on any particular way you would go and look to attack this game? Over, under, side, or some props or anything like that? Or are you just going to sit back, relax, and crack a beverage and watch it, or not even pay attention?
Yeah, I'm not gonna bet. I'm not gonna bet a side or a total in the All-Star game. It would only be like unders for me because of the pitching and how strong it is in today's MLB. If I were to bet a hitter, though, to win All-Star game MVP, even though certainly a pitcher can win it, but I would look more so towards the hitters. I actually like betting the reserves, because the starters are the big name guys. They're the guys having the great season. But as you guys know, these players usually only get one at bat, maybe two. And usually in these games, they're close. They come down to the final innings. And the guys getting the big hits are the guys that are the reserves, the guys that are the bench players coming into the game. So I look at like a guy like James Wood, who's 28-1, 30-1, who's going to be coming off and probably replacing Brandon Marsh in right field. Maybe like Adley Rutschman, who's going to be the catcher, replacing Shea Langoliers in the 3-hole for the American League. So if I'm going to bet it tonight, I'm just taking stabs with crazy prices. And I normally like taking the bench players on these teams, because those are the guys that'll be batting in the 7th, the 8th, the 9th inning, where if it's a close game and they get the big hit, they're going to end up being your MVP.
PJ, you just piqued a whole different level of interest in me, sir. My God. Okay, so I take back what I said about not paying attention to this game. I fully take everything back, and I'm going to take a step further than PJ, and we're going to indulge in some degeneracy. 28-1 for James Wood. Are we?
Yeah,
it's a great. Closer to the end of the game. Yeah, exactly. And then the game gets less serious closer to the end of the game. Here, I was sitting here looking at these lines for home runs, PJ. And obviously, you can see Kyle Schwarber here. You see him at plus 350 in his home stadium anytime. That feels insane, right? But then you think about it. If he only gets up there for one at-bat, you're really banking on the fact that he's going to start with a leadoff home run, right? Against the starting pitcher for the other side. But, I mean, you get two at-bats with a James Wood in the bottom of, close to the end of the game. Or even a guy like, there's so many guys here that you can get at such good prices. Holy shit.
I love the Wood pool, especially with how good he's been before the All-Star break too. He's been really hot. So could ride with that. That's great analysis, PJ.
Ernie
Chad, if you
Clement,
want,
he's been smashing the ball
Ernie's
this
a good one
season too.
Yep.
That's a nice way to take it. Shags did write about this game. If you want to go read his scribbles at bettingnews.com. If I know Shags, I would assume he probably told you in the article to not bet this game. And if he did, he probably took some sort of random under on a player, which found, as you said, PJ, sounds probably like the move. Because some of these starting pitchers aren't even going to go past the second inning most of the time. They usually pitch one rotation.
Look like PJ, like you said, like you're gonna have bench players coming in for these starters, but obviously most of the guys that I'm guessing are starting pitchers. Like, what does that look like for each All-Star team? Is it starting pitchers or is the reserves that come in?
Yeah, usually just both teams will just have the pitcher throw 1 inning for the most part. Maybe you'll have a case where a guy throws 2 innings if he's really well rested. But for the most part, you'll only see these guys for an inning. So if you were to take a stab with a pitcher, I think Mason Miller's got to be your guy, or like Chapman's got to be your guy. A reliever that comes into a game, maybe gets a save, has 3 Ks, already just has insane stuff. So Mason Miller might be worth a look at 80-1 because he's already got the aura. He's already got the name brand going into it, where if he comes into the game holding a 1-run lead and he just strikes out the side and throws like 104, there's a chance that maybe he could end up winning it too. So yeah, that's always my angle in this stuff. I just take stabs with MVPs, and I usually take relievers, or I take position players that are coming off the bench.
Like, what are the chances that some of these guys are a little bit sauced up during this game? Like, let's just be for real. These guys are baseball players, and like, you know what I mean? Look at the weather too. 10-mile-per-hour winds blowing out towards center. Home run boost 37%. I mean, PJ, like I said, went from not watching this game to full on degeneracy, and I'm gonna blame PJ.
Love that. There we go.
Are we squad riding Wood?
I think so.
We got to ride some wood, don't we? Got to.
Yeah. We have to. We have to now on a Tuesday. Why not?
Oh, man.
On a Tuesday, why not? All right, well, there you go. There's a couple of analysis plays. I wasn't expecting my interest to be as peaked as it is. And again, chat, as a full disclaimer, once again, this is the All-Star game. Do not go doing anything crazy with this game. A lot of these we don't know which ones are actually trying. You don't know which ones are actually paying attention, as we said. So just make sure that you, invest responsibly in these games.
Yeah.
But we will have a couple-day break after that, and then there's a singular game on Thursday as Major League Baseball returns, and then back to the baseball diamond on Friday. So, all right, guys, let's. I'll talk about my singular WNBA play. PJ, I know you might have some early thoughts on the Open. I know you'll have a chance to talk about that tomorrow. You'll be back on Betspresso with V and Adam, kind of breaking down maybe some bit harder stuff as the tournament gets started on Thursday. So we'll talk about that in a second. But singular WNBA game tonight, as V said earlier, we got the Tempo taking on the Mystics. Really good game on paper. 1.5 point spread. Tempo, a little bit of a dog at home here. Back in Toronto. This is not in the Bell Center. So they are back in their normal arena, but should be a really good game. Two teams that like to score the basketball, 171.5 point total. I took 2 props in this game. First one, nice and chalky, not overthinking this, going straight back to who has just been hot as the ever-loving sun. Give me Marina Maybury over 26.5 points and rebounds. If you want to just take the points, that's fine. Her points line is sitting at 23.5, depending on where you're shopping for a bit of juice. She scored 30 and 34 in back-to-back games in both of those games in the Bell Center. She's going to take probably 15 to 20 shots for this team. She's also had really good games in 2 games against Washington earlier this season, 27 and 27 points in both of those games, shooting a hefty amount of shots, 15 and 18 field goal attempts in those. The 2.5 threes I like as well. It's pretty juiced, though. So you got to have the kind of, it's a good parlay piece if you want to go that direction. But as Flo talked about with Maybury, she has really good rebounding numbers as well, hitting the PR line in back-to-back games. She just, like I said, hit the points line too. But I want to add in the rebounds there as well. She's a good rebounding guard, and I think that she has an opportunity to help out on the glass against this really talented rebounding team with the Washington Monuments on the other side with Area Finn and Shakira Austin, which leads me to my second play. Shakira, those hips do not lie. Give me Shakira Austin over 8.5 boards. Minus 105 is the price I got. Shop around, find the best available. I'm seeing minus 120s as the price right now. Hit that in 5 of her last 6 games. Didn't get the job done in her last one against Seattle, but she has cooked this team on the glass in both their earlier games this season. 11 boards in both of those games as well. If you want to get really cheeky with it, the double-double is sitting at a nice plus 160 price. Both games she had double-doubles against this Mystics team earlier this year. Kiki Iriefin had 16 boards against this backcourt for the Tempo earlier this year. I like her rebounding numbers there as well, but I had to take the 10.5 for a little bit of plus money. I like the lower price at Austin. I think that she has a chance to flirt with the double-double once again. So like both ladies down low. I think that Austin's going to have a nice game though as well. I love the 8.5 rebounds for a really playable price.
Yeah, and as Beast just brought up, Kiki, I want her at over 10.5 for the plus 107 price tag. I just love everything that this front court does. Both Shakira and Kiki have been absolutely amazing. And honestly, it's the reason that their defense has been so fucking good this year. Just looking at the numbers here for Washington. 4th in opponent effective field goal percentage, 5th in opponent free throw rate, 3rd in points allowed, 4th in opponent field goal percentage, and 4th in opponent three-point percentage. They are making their opponents miss shots. It is leading to way more rebounds. And then on top of that, Kiki is attacking the offensive glass. 2.5 offensive rebounds per game over her last 10, which is absolutely bonkers for any hooper to be averaging. She has been all over the glass. She hasn't been shooting as much. It's kind of why I steered away from the points and rebounds, but I really do like this rebound line. And like SPJ said, she had 16 the last time they played. And it's just because of how bad this team is. 12th in rebounds allowed, 15th to the center spot, and 11th to the forward spot. But it's the offensive glass where they're really lacking. 14th in opponent offensive rebounding rate. And that's exactly why I'm just going back to this Kiki spot where she has been phenomenal on the offensive glass. So yeah, give me the over 10.5 rebounds for a little bit of plus money.
Chat, you can take either one you want, or take them both. Just gave you the sell job on the center and the forward for both teams to take advantage of one of the worst rebounding teams in the WNBA. Find out which one you like. You could also take Kiki's double-double for a minus 125 if you don't want to get it up to that 10.5 line and get hooked there. But I think, like you said, I think you should be safe with the 11, 12, maybe even 13.
Not to I think there's going to be a little bit of a regression with this Tempo team in terms of shooting after playing those 2 big games in Montreal and also getting that win against the Liberty in their last one too. Huge wins, scored 95 points in that one. I think it had close to over 90 points in that first Montreal game too. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little aggression from the ladies here and just see more rebounding opportunities because of those missed shots. Agreed.
The other one more mention here too, like chat said, Sonia's threes. Her PRA looks interesting. Sonia Citron over 24.5. She's hit that in 6 of her last 8 games. And this Tempo team is the worst team to points allowed, second worst in rebounds allowed, and first or second worst in assists allowed in the WNBA. They give it up all over the court, and Sonia should definitely be able to get busy. Also hit her PRA in both games earlier this year against the Toronto Tempo, scoring 26 in one of them as well. So, going to be a fun game tonight. It's the only game. If you want to tap in and watch some WNBA, feel free to do so. These are 2 pretty exciting teams with some young talent that should have some fun things to say in this one. Isabella Harrison is an honorary mention. I know that Flo has brought her up before, V, when we've talked about the Dubs. She's been really good since being inserted into the starting lineup. Didn't play against she did play against Washington in one of their games. Her rebounding prop sitting at 5.5 feels relatively comfortable, up to 6.5 in some places for plus money. She's been good on the glass too for this team. So
I was even thinking about even Alamon, but like I said, this front court, they make it really hard to score in the paint, and I just think that removes a ton of assist opportunities, and especially with the perimeter defense, they're getting out there. They're really just defending well everywhere on the court. So I just stayed off of her, even though she did have 10 assists in that last game. But like I said, there's going to be a little aggression for the Tempo here.
Let's go. Alamont's double-double is probably going to be screaming at you. The assist does look nice if you want to go with the assist angle. If you do think that Mabry can get hot once again.
And Austin, too, like Mystics to cover. Honestly, the minus 120 price tag for the money line is not bad. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Could be a little bit of, as you mentioned, letdown spot after those 2 massive games and a big win. But the Tempo need to keep competing as we're getting into the point of the season right before the All-Star break where, teams need to start climbing back up in the standings, and both of these teams are on that list. So, all right, we'll find out what happens in the game tonight. We'll cook the parlay at the end of the show. We will cook a parlay today, as Beast already has it kind of cooked up, kind of down below. We'll see what he's thinking about in just a minute. But PJ, what are your just early thoughts on what we're going to see possibly across the pond in the British Open and the Open Championship, which tees off on Thursday morning? I know you maybe don't have any bets yet so far, and I know you're kind of crafting it, putting it together, but do you have any early thoughts for the kids, or kind of looking at what you're going to see across the pond?
Well, I think what's interesting is Scotty Scheffler is a favorite, which is no surprise, but it's the amount that he's plus 680. And usually Scotty at these tournaments has been like plus 350, plus 400. When he plays, over in Scotland and over in England, the odds go up because you only play these courses twice a year, and it's links golf, and it's a different kind of game. But plus 680 for Scotty is the longest price that he's been for an outright in a while. There's some 7-to-1s out there, so it's pretty crazy. And my favorite stat from this past week, you guys, was Scheffler missed the cut for the first time in 78 events this past week in Scotland. To put that in perspective, when he started that streak of consecutive made cuts, Alcaraz and Sinner combined didn't have a single major win. And now the two of them combined have 12. And that's how long Scotty's streak was in between. So he's obviously been the most consistent player. He's been the best player in the world for the last 4 or 5 years. But he did have a hiccup this past week. He missed the cut. I think maybe getting him refocused. He is the defending champ at this event. And it's been a while since you can get him top 10 at like minus 130, minus 135. So I think that's pretty intriguing. And then usually what just sticks out about the Open Championship is how jumbled up the odds are. At all of the 3 other majors, it feels like you kind of have your tiers and the odds are a little bit more stacked. But historically, this major, because it's really not all about length, because it's, you got the pop bunkers out there, you got wind and rain that can play a factor. It's just really about being accurate. It's about short game, those kinds of things. So the odds, it's a lot of times where it's some of these majors, you maybe only have like 15, 20 guys that can win it. At the Open, it's a lot more open, pun intended. So I think it's going to be a fun week. And there are a lot of trends out there. So I'm crafting the card. I'll be writing about it tomorrow, and can't wait to watch it. Final major already. Crazy how fast it goes.
It flies. Literally flew by.
Crazy. I know that our buddy Luch did bring this up about Scheffler, not since 2022 hasn't missed the cut, as you just said. So crazy stuff there. Also, Luch did
for that huge outright with a 55-1. My God,
let's go. He'll be talking.
Yeah,
he'll be talking about that tomorrow with Sia on the Fairway Forecast. He also did drop on the weekend that he had England to win the entire World Cup and Tommy Fleetwood to win the Open as like a little, spot of tea.
All England.
All England.
You could have Matt Fitzpatrick too. I mean, both of those guys are certainly, they got the game to do it. Fitzpatrick's probably going to be the most popular player taken by just people this week. Things you read, things you listen to. There's going to be a lot of Matt Fitzpatrick love. And usually when that happens, not the best thing. Now, sometimes that guy ends up winning it. But usually when that guy ends up winning it, his name's like Tiger Woods, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy. It's not usually like, Matt Fitzpatrick when it's like Bryce Harper yesterday. I felt like everybody was on him in the Derby, myself included, doesn't even make it out of the first round.
No, so it's a little more Murakami. And then I'm like, I can't believe I bet on somebody who just came back from a fucking hamstring strain. Like, what am I doing?
I thought Ben Rice was going to be good, and he was sucked ass.
I will always love lots of love. Absolute shit show.
Nothing. I will always love Matt Fitzpatrick because Danny Burke, shout out DB, last year when he was doing golf content for us, told me to bet him when I was visiting V for his wedding. And I had no idea. I was hungover, like I had one eye open. I was like, what am I betting, Danny? Like, who am I betting to win this golf tournament? And he was like, just take Fitzpatrick outright. And I was like, fuck it. Okay. And he won. It was crazy. Shout out DB. Shout out DB. Or maybe it was Fleetwood. It was one of the British dudes. I can't remember which one it was. But it was one of those.
Definitely
guys.
one of them.
When did you get married, V? What month?
September.
August.
Oh yeah, August.
Late August.
Yeah, it might have been Fleetwood then when he won the tour championship. I think
I think it was.
That sounds like it rings a bell.
I knew it was one of those two guys. Yeah, it might have been Fleetwood now that I'm thinking about it. But V, it took too long. Your wedding was less than a year ago, dude. You should have. You were like, we.
August,
September. What month? I don't know.
Don't tell my wife.
Shout out, wife. All right, let's cook, and then we'll play a quick game before we get out of here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the last almost an hour hanging out with us on the Betting News Network. And even when there's not a lot to bet on today, there's always sports to talk about, and we've had fun with you guys for the last little bit. All right, how do we want to do this? I think we got to do something from the All-Star game, just for the vibes, for some fun.
Okay.
Do we just like Wood to get like a hit?
I don't even. Are his props available? It looks like it's just the guys in the lineup available right now. You might have to like take those guys live as they sub in.
Yeah, that's.
I think I might.
Sentimental play. I kind of like Mike Trout getting a hit. He's back home in Philly, right? Like you can just kind of see something like that happen. So we can certainly go with Wood.
But he's also batting leadoff, right?
Trout. Yeah. Is it? Yes, he is batting leadoff.
So he might get 2 shots at it too.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely. Yeah, I think they'll definitely give him 2 cracks at it. So
plus 140. I like it.
Trout to get a hit. I mean, do we?
All right.
Do we like it?
Let's do it. Let's go
All
fishing.
Right.
Let's go fishing. Why not? I mean, every single person on here to get a hit is plus money. Witt, Alvarez, Abrams, Caminero, all plus 110, plus 105. Ernie Clement, you guys liked him, plus 110. You can't even bet Wood, unfortunately. But let's go Trout. Why not? Let's go fishing.
There you go.
All right. I think that's enough on that.
Yeah,
one.
I agree.
Okay.
I like England to advance tomorrow against Argentina. So my theory, boys, and so far it's played out, and I know Beast feels this way. Oh, he doesn't maybe feel this way. Maybe he's on Argentina now.
He's a messy guy. He's a messy guy.
I think this is playing out like the NBA playoffs did. France is the Thunder. Spain is the Spurs. England is the Knicks. It's starting right, and here we go with Spain pulling the upset. I think England survives tomorrow. And to put the cherry on top, the best player for the Knicks was Jalen Brunson, JB, and now we got Jude Bellingham, JB. So
I mean, it's been a long-ass drought for the English, right? Maybe not as long as – I think longer than the Knicks. But, hey, it's not like they've had as many cracks at it as the Knicks have. So it might be time to end that drought too.
If you don't love the England side, we can always go to the draw because it's just like that's all. Argentina has played 3 draws so far in the knockout round. It's England, so it's never going to be easy. They just played one against Norway. I love that too. I think we're getting extra time in that game. So your guys' call. If we don't love England, we can also go with the draw in regulation as well.
I took him 8-1 to win the whole thing at the start of the tournament, so I'm in.
All right, love it.
Also, chat. I will be tapping in on this later. Jude Bellingham TSOA plus 175, just as disrespectful. But yeah, let's take England to qualify. We haven't done an overnight sweat in a while. So we got to change it up the vibes anyway, man. We have got to light some sage or something. And maybe this is the way we do it with an overnight sweat because we've been going 3 for 4 like crazy on some parlays.
All right.
Yep. You want to do Kiki, yeah?
I was going to say, should we do Kiki for 10 and Shakira for 8? Both bought down just like a half a rebound. Or do we just take one of them like Shakira 8 and Mystics money line?
You don't like Mabry?
Oh, I do like Mabry.
I was going to say, let's take Kiki, which is your fave at 10 plus, and then we'll take Mabry's I like her PR, or we can just take the points.
I'm down to do that.
Let's see. Yeah. 26 plus. All right. So we got Marina Mabry, 27 plus points and rebounds over 26.5. Kiki Uriafin, 10 boards. Mike Trout, just to get a hit. 1 hit. Come on, Mike. Just send it into that. I don't even care. And then England to qualify to get past Argentina. Plus 1149.
Let's go.
That's pretty nice. That's nice.
I love it.
I am betting Mike Trout's a home run as well, just because of PJ. If he gets 2 cracks at it, I'm taking those chances.
You know what? I am too. You could just totally. I mean, a guy like that, right? Like Jeter got a hit in his final game. Rivera won MVP, I think, in his final or whatever. So these legend type guys, I mean, they usually show out, and he's back home in Philly. So why not?
Yeah, Mike Trout at plus 830 for 1 home run. Like, come on. Of course, I'm taking it. I don't care.
V came into this show with negative interest in the All-Star game, and now he's got like 6 bets out in the All-Star game.
He's all Wood, Trout, Clement. Yep, he's got it all.
Yeah, basically. That's basically my life today. Yeah.
Jordan, we did discuss this game at nauseum. V kind of likes the Mystics. I kind of lean that way too. It should be a good game though. There's more. I think props are a little better there, but V kind of thinks they maybe are a little bit of a letdown spot here for the tempo after a big win against the Liberty. We'll see what happens. So no strong leans on side necessarily. V does kind of like the Mystics on the money line if you want to go that direction. But the props we talked about are V liked Kiki's rebounds 10.5. I like Shakira's rebounds 8.5, and then Marina Mabrey over 26.5 points and rebounds. And then if you want to ride with PJ, if you want to roll with James Wood to win the MVP of the All-Star break for a little sprinkle, a little dust.
Sprinkle. Everything is sprinkle.
Yeah,
don't get crazy today.
Nothing crazy.
Except England to advance. I know that's a nuke from PJ.
Yeah, I do like England. Although I am a little worried about that game. Because it is England, but they're giving you Messi as an underdog. It just feels a little too easy. So I think England's right. So
especially with everyone says it. Hey, if it really is rigged and you're getting Argentina at a money line, nuke it.
Yep.
I'm taking Bellingham again. Plus 170 is disrespectful for the TSOA. The guys will be live in the morning right here on the Betting News Network. Shags and BTP will be live at 12 o'clock Eastern to give you all of their analysis and favorite plays, talking about what they saw today between Spain and France, and then breaking down what they like in Argentina and England, and seeing if they side with PJ or if they think that it's not coming home and Messi's going to look to defend Argentina's last World Cup victory. We'll find out tomorrow. All right, let's play a fun game, and then we'll get out of here. Parlay's scrolling at the bottom. I think that Beast has it done. Yeah, he does. He's got it. There it is. Look at that. A little overnight sweat. Okay. We're going to play a new fun game. V, I don't think you were here when Sook and I played this. It's really fun. It's called Hoop Grids. It's a vibe. Let me just pull up my screen here so I can share it with you guys. Jackson, were you here when we did this? You were here, weren't you? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay. I've seen this stuff before.
All right. So it's kind of like the Immaculate Grid, except it's the basketball version.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So obviously you have to match up all these different ones, and the more rare the person is, or the more unknown the person is, then the better. Right. Okay. So top 10 draft picks, one of the categories, NBA All-Star. This one's actually a little easier than the one we did last time. Any Laker, not from the United States, a Nuggie, and then 50-plus point regular game in the regular season.
All right. Well, as a Wizards fan, top 10 draft pick, not from the USA. Let's go with my guy, Jan Vesley. Bet you not a lot of people have that one. That's a deep pull.
How do you even spell that guy's name?
Jan and then Vess, maybe? 2 S?
Vesley?
Yeah,
this one?
There we go. Yeah, he was like 6 overall pick or something.
Woo, 1.42. Let's go.
There we go. That one immediately jumped out.
NBA All-Star, not from the U.S. Did Jose Calderon was he an All-Star at any point?
I don't think he ever made an All-Star game, but that was a great poll.
That is. What about like Andres Nocioni? Did he make one with Chicago?
Oh, I have no idea.
He was like good for like a couple years. I don't know if he did.
What about like an Andre Bargnani?
Was Bargnani an All-Star?
I think so. He had some pretty good fucking seasons in Toronto.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, 50-point game, regular season. Oh,
there's that.
No. Okay.
Top 10
draft pick, 50 points. Okay, did that 50-point game, did it have to be with the Lakers, or could he have just had a 50-point game and then played for the Lakers?
Played at least one game for the Lakers or the Minneapolis Lakers. So they didn't have to have it. Hang on. Recorded 50 or more points in at least one regular season game. So it doesn't have to be that a game for the Lakers specifically.
Ooh.
Who was the guy that scored 50-plus last year that nobody knows for the Pistons? You guys remember that guy? What was that guy's name? I couldn't remember this when we did this last time. You remember? The random-ass creative player guy? Shout out whoever that guy was that scored 50. You remember what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
And this Terrence Ross has a 50-piece, right?
Oh, Terrence Ross. He
But
might.
he didn't play for the Lakers.
No, but he could.
Was he a top 10 pick? I don't think so.
For the NBA All-Star or 50-point, I was either thinking Brandon Jennings or Kevin Martin for one of those two.
Ooh, Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin's that's a good one.
He had to be an all-star, and I feel like he had 50 at one game. I know Jennings did for Milwaukee.
Brandon Jennings had 60, I think, 61.
Right. And he had to be an all-star, right? I feel like one year.
At least once.
I would down and try Brandon Jennings.
All right. No, he was not an all-star.
What?
Damn, really?
Damn.
That's surprising. He didn't get at least 1 year.
Ooh, was it Sasser? No, it wasn't Sasser that scored 50. It was some oh god, it's gonna piss me off, man. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was 2 seasons ago.
Lakers 50-point game. Fuck.
Yeah, outside of Kobe, it's tough.
Well, we can think about a guy who like played for the Lakers but didn't score 50 for the Lakers. You know what I mean?
What about any of those like old time Lakers, like James Worthy? Did he even get 50?
Maybe. That's tough. I don't know. Scoring 50 back then too was a lot less common. Yeah, Reeves.
Did Shaq ever score 50?
Surely.
Probably.
He had to have scored 50 at least once.
I would think so.
It's a good trivia question, actually.
Steve Nash. Did Steve Nash ever score 50? We could do Steve Nash for the not from the USA.
Ooh, or you could do like Gary Payton or Karl Malone. You know, those guys that were on there for like a hot sec.
Mm-hmm.
Really not from the
for the 50-point game.
Did Gary Payton score 50?
I don't know.
I'm sure. I think Malone
would have had to, I would think.
Yeah. We could try Malone.
Watch, he scored.
What about Powell? What about Gasol?
I think Powell ever scored 50.
Oh, surely when he was in his prime, dude, he probably got close one time. That's hard.
Yeah, this is hard.
Let's do.
Whichever one we pick is going to be wrong because that's how it goes.
Let's do Nash. Let's do Nash here for Austin for not from the U.S. and on the Lakers.
Yeah.
3.52. That's pretty good, Austin.
Good one.
People forget about Steve Nash. Played for the Lakers.
I'll never forget him in that yellow jersey. Yellow never looks good on a white guy. The Lakers jerseys just never look good on a white guy.
What about not from USA All-Star? Tony Parker.
I feel like that's relatively chalky, but
no.
Yeah. Did Ricky Rubio ever
no
have an All-Star?
I don't think so.
What about Petrovic? What's his first name? He played in the league with Vladi, but I know he had a very short career, but he had a very short time, obviously because of the plane crash, but he was really fucking good for the Nets.
Oh, Drazen Petrovic.
Drazen Petrovic, yeah.
Yeah, DRZAN, I think.
Did he make an All-Star game though? Let's
try.
I don't know, he did not have a long.
Oh, maybe.
See, let's see how many league. How long did he play in the league, SPJ?
3 years.
Maybe not.
Derek Fisher. Did Fisher make an All-Star game?
Is he not from the U.S.?
From the U.S., yeah.
Oh.
Or are they talking about the 50-point game? Probably.
Malachi Flynn. Thank you, Jerry.
There you go.
That guy. Was he randomly on the Lakers for 2 seconds?
I want to say there was Johnny Flynn played for the Lakers, not Malachi Flynn. Johnny Flynn played for the Lakers back in the day.
Oh God, thank you for bringing that up, Jerry. It's been pissing me off since whenever we did this game. You remember that? We had 50 points randomly for the Pistons.
Yeah, went to San Diego State.
Was he a top 10 draft pick? No shot, right?
I don't think so.
Was he on the Lakers? I honestly, I just want to guess if he was on the Lakers just so I can watch him. How do you spell his name?
M-A-L-A, Malachi.
There he is. Damn it, he wasn't on the Lakers.
He's been in the league for 2 years.
Hey, bro, he will forever tell anybody that ever talks to that guy that he scored 50 in the NBA.
Let's see. Nuggets and Lakers player. Did DeAndre Jordan ever play for the Lakers or just the Clippers?
I think just the Clippers. I think Shiesty B's now. I think you're right. I think he did play for the Raptors, Shiesty B.
Who?
I think Flynn. He was drafted by the Raptors.
I think you're talking about Johnny Flynn.
No. I think Malachi Flynn got drafted by the Raptors.
Maybe.
I think that sounds right.
Nuggets at Raptors, or excuse me, now I think about the Raptors. Nuggets top 10 draft pick. Was Jamal drafted top 10?
Yes. No. Yes.
I don't
PJ?
I don't think he was.
Was Kmart drafted top 10?
Yes.
Was he drafted by the Nuggets?
I think he was drafted by the Nets.
Oh, the Nets, yeah. I don't know a lot of like old school Nuggies.
No, me
Not
neither.
really. He was drafted by Toronto. Should we just take Jamal? Pay the juice?
I mean, it's less chalky than Jokic, right? It has to be.
He wasn't a top 10 pick. He was taken in the second round.
Oh, I was even saying for All-Star.
Oh, we can think of another Nugget All-Star. Like Kmart's probably less chalky than those guys.
That's true. Yeah, we could use Jamal and Kmart then.
Or what about Karolinko? Didn't Karolinko? Oh no, he was the Jazz.
Oh,
Yeah.
go for top 10 draft pick in the Nuggets. Go with Carmelo. Yeah, as Austin just said.
Melo's a good one.
Yeah, I mean it'll be popular, but I can't think of anybody else.
Did you put in Melo?
I did. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Shut up. 11. That's okay.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. It was
all
better
right.
than I thought.
It's all right. Lakers. No. Oh, did Chris Anderson play for the Lakers? Birdman.
I want to say yes. I feel like seeing him in a yellow jersey feels familiar.
I want to try that.
Yeah, good guess.
Birdman Anderson.
Damn it, he didn't. That's unfortunate, dude. I could have sworn he played for the Lakers. Guess not. Austin says no. I should have waited for the Laker goat.
Did D'Angelo?
Carmelo would have been a good one here.
Did D'Angelo Russell ever drop a 50 piece?
Yes, I want to say maybe with the Nets.
Or
I'm thinking like Lakers, right? So it could.
I think he did actually, dude. I think you're right.
Might have, right?
Did we do that for? Was he ever an All-Star? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
Was he a top 10 pick, or just should we do the Lakers one?
He might have been a top 10
Russell
pick.
might have been a top 10 pick, actually.
Where did he go to college? Do you remember?
Went
PJ?
to Ohio State.
There you go. Was he top? I mean, let's just put him in. He was definitely a Laker.
Yeah, he's
Definitely a Laker. Yeah, he might have been a top 10 pick.
Oh, nice pull!
Let's go.
2.65. Hell yeah!
Let's go.
That's dope. All right, 2.65 on D-Lo. Bang. All right.
We should get a good one for NBA All-Star not from the US.
Yeah, there's some. Oh, what about Sabonis's dad?
Oh,
yeah. I would just type in Sabonis and then his. There should only be two.
I heard or something like that.
Or Yervadas.
There you go.
Arvidas.
What?
No,
he was not
he
an
wasn't.
All-Star? That's criminal, bro.
Oh, I got a good one though for
Holy.
All-Star and 50-point. What about Brandon Roy?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a really good one.
What about Andre Kirilenko for the not born but top for All-Star?
That's a good one too. Kirilenko, yeah.
I loved Karolinko, man.
Good call.
0.26. Ooh.
That's cool. You need a picture for him, Brandon Roy. That's disrespect.
That is disrespect.
You know what?
That is disrespect.
Kirilenko might have played for Denver actually too.
That's what I was thinking.
I feel like that would be a better percentage than
Oh, but we could use that for All-Star, so we could do any person.
Yeah, just do not from the US then. Yeah, because that
2.32. Nice.
Yeah, good call, man. That was good.
I loved Karolinko's game. He was awesome.
Lakers, Nuggets, All-Star.
Billups
for Nuggets All-Star because Chauncey Billups had a short stint in Denver. Remember, but he's also been an All-Star.
Yeah, he did.
I'm down. That sounds fun.
Chauncey Billups.
2.84. Wow, they got his fucking player. They didn't even get his player picture. They got his coach picture.
They did.
That's actually his mugshot.
About to say, bro, that changed that red to orange, didn't they?
That's the mugshot.
Man. Sheesh.
Lakers and Nuggets.
Okay. You guys saying Iverson?
Iverson played for the Lakers?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he played for the Lakers.
No.
Did J.R. Smith ever play for the Lakers?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I think so. Didn't he?
No, I don't think he ever made it out there.
Yeah, I know JR played for the Nuggies. I
want to say JR took his talents to fucking Los Angeles for a little bit.
I just can't see him in that yellow jersey.
Oh, for All-Star. We filled the All-Star category, chat.
Nuggets, Lakers. Andrew Bynum was never a Nugget, was he? No.
Oh, wait.
Actually, dude, he might have been, bro.
Was he?
You just said that name, and I just saw a dark blue Denver jersey.
I did.
Okay,
too,
let's try it.
Let's try it. Oh, no, it wasn't. Damn, that was close.
Who is somebody that went like? Oh, KCP.
Oh.
There might be chalk because it was pretty recent, but it's the first one I can think.
That's okay. Oh, it was chalk. That's all right.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Westbrook would have been even chalkier.
Yeah.
Go Aaron Gordon for the bottom.
Westbrook, I was gonna say Westbrook would be good for that one. Yep.
Top 10 pick.
Or what about Kevin Love?
What about Gordon from Beast McNeese? Aaron Gordon.
He had a 50-point game too. Yeah, he did. Is he a top 10 pick? Yeah, he was. From Arizona? No.
Colorado, wasn't he?
No, Aaron Gordon was he was Arizona.
Oh, you're right, Sauce Man. Let's go. Sauce Man knows ball.
So we got Aaron Gordon, we got Westbrook, or we got Kevin Love.
Kevin Love.
I feel like K-Love dropped 50.
I feel like he had 30 rebound games. Like he has to have 50.
So what do we
Which one do we do?
I think Aaron Gordon would probably be the best snipe if he dropped 50.
I think so. He definitely dropped 50. I remember that.
Yeah. Let's go, Aaron Gordon.
Gordon Hayward. Did Gordon Hayward ever drop 50?
I don't know if he was top 10 pick, though.
What about Victor Oladipo? Did Victor Oladipo randomly drop 50 before he got hurt?
No, honestly, he might have, but I just can't confirm nor deny that. It might have been like a 46 piece, you know?
I don't even know if he must have been a top 10 pick, though.
He was, He was second overall.
Yeah.
I remember out of Indiana, right?
I just want to see. Do you guys count if I just check to see if Victor did?
You said Indiana. It made me think of Eric Gordon. Did he ever drop 50?
Oh, what a bucket getter he was.
Did you check SPJ?
Yeah, try you can try Oladipo.
No, I didn't.
No,
yeah, try Eric Gordon.
That would be a hell of a pull right there, man. Bang! 0.37.
Let's go.
That's a good one. It was a tough start, but we finished hot.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
The two chalk kind of screwed us, but we did pretty good. There were some fun ones in there. There's some good ones. All right, there you guys go. That's Hoop Grids if you want to go play that in your own time. Some fun for you guys. Get your brains better. All right, Best Presso 4. Scrolling at the bottom if you want to tail. Enjoy the All-Star game tonight. Enjoy the WNBA game. Enjoy whatever you guys get up to. Thanks for tuning in on the Betting News Network. That's PJ Glasser. He'll be back tomorrow with V and Adam right here on Betspresso to talk about more sports and get you guys ready for the Open across the pond. My name's SPJ. Big shout out to Beast McNeese down below. You guys came to winners. You stayed for the vibes. Have a fantastic Tuesday. We will catch you on the next one. Take it easy, chat. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about